start of me vlogging, something I said I really wanted to do for a while. If this is your first time watching, my name is Xavier Solis. I'm from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I'm not going to tell you where I live, but I am located in the GTA, right? I'll tell you that. And basically what happens is that I am a musician, I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter, composer, I'm a screenwriter as well. And I also love to, just collaborate with musicians, collaborate with other people. I also work as a vocal coach on the side. And now, hopefully I'm a vlogger as well, just kind of having fun with it. So this is a really fun opportunity for me to just be able to kind of showcase different really interesting people that I get to work with, a lot of the cool things that happen behind the scenes in event production, event curation, event something-ation, there's an Asian behind every word and it makes it fancy, right? But a lot of stuff like that. At the same time, also just wanted to showcase just a lot of my thoughts and opinions on a lot of things in music. Also, as a vocalist, I'm classically trained as a vocalist, so there's a lot of things that, I'll be giving vocal tips, different warm-ups, different regiments and stuff like that I personally follow leading up to a show, or just on a daily basis, just for vocal health and vocal maintenance. I am a strong advocate for vocal health, mental health, and also just overall well-being. It's so incredibly important as a performer, as an artist, and also just as a human being to really just take care of yourself on every platform, on every way possible, right? On every single front, let's say. You just got to be able to take care of yourself in every aspect, because at the end of the day, as performers, right, I'll speak from a perspective as a performer, we go on stage and we give our everything, right? We make music, we work super hard in our bedroom writing a song, or wherever we write a song, on a train, in a hotel room, at a dinner table, in the washroom if you're George Michael's. There's different places that we actually write music, and we spend a lot of time really honing our craft in those places. And then what happens is that we work really hard in the rehearsal room, and then we work really hard in the, you can hear the footsteps of my mom, she's in the background. She's a gorgeous woman who loves to steal the attention from me. But what I was saying was, we work really hard in the rehearsal room. We work really hard in the studio as well, recording these songs to be able to actually make them what they are for everybody. And this is something that all musicians do. And then what ends up happening is that they get on stage and everybody sees the final product of the final cut of the song. They see the final product of the fabulous performance at the end, and everybody's like, oh, that was incredible. Meanwhile, the musician and everybody's like, I'm glad that's over. Like, I have no idea what went into that, right? So this is a really cool opportunity for me to be able to introduce a lot of people that I'm privileged to work with. At the same time, also a lot of the things that I love to do. And as much as I love to make music and sing, I love to talk. So this is a really great opportunity for me to do that and share a lot of the stuff that I've got insight on, I've got opinions on. And I encourage you guys to ask tons of questions, right? If you're like, I always say, as my dad used to tell me when I was young, so there are no stupid questions. The only stupid question is the question that you didn't ask, right? And what that pretty much means is that you're gonna regret not asking a question in life, right? So I'm always a person who encourages questions, right? If you're doing something in life, if you're going about something, never act like you got it figured out, because you never will. You're never gonna have it figured out, no matter what. I've met people who have been making music or have been, touring around the world or conducting major orchestras or performing at the biggest, opera houses across North America or Europe or this or that, or whatever kind of artist they are. And they've always said the exact same thing. I've spoken to them and I was like, so, how does it feel at that point in your career when you've actually, gotten it together? And they're like, I don't have it together. Well, who told you I have it together, right? Because the idea is that everybody thinks that you reach a point where it's just like everything clicks and all of a sudden it's like, free sailing. But that's not the case, especially with music. With music, it's one of those things where you don't ever have all the answers, and you also don't ever have the secret ingredient. Like, you'll have a recipe to be able to go about things, right? So you'll have A plus B equals C. You know that every single time A plus B equals C. You know, I practice my music and then I go and, you know, I practice on my own, I practice with a band, and then I get on stage and, you know, we make it happen, right? That's A plus B equals C. That's your formula. But the secret ingredient to making sure it's always successful is gonna vary every single time, right? So those are some things that, you know, a lot of people don't pay attention to. A lot of things that, you know, go into being an artist, being a music maker. I don't consider myself personally one thing, right? Like I'll never say I'm a recording artist or I'm a screenwriter or I'm a composer or I'm a singer or anything like that, because my parents always raised me to just be as free as possible. They said you have to be as diverse and as can't I remember that word right now? Diverse, and, you know, just pretty much you gotta know how to do as many things as possible, right? Like explore as many different avenues as you can. And the purpose of that is because the moment that, you know, you fixate on one thing for too long, what ends up happening is that you lose a sense of creativity, right? And don't get me wrong, in many situations, in many aspects, limitation does breed creativity, for sure, 100%. However, I have never liked the feeling of limitation, personally, right? I've always been somebody where I explore a lot of classical repertoire, and all of a sudden I say, okay, this is really, really fun. Obviously, 100%, I don't have it all figured out in classical music. I've done, you know, art song, I've done various languages in classical music. I'll do another segment where I explain all the different languages I've sang in, and, you know, opera, you know, ballads and pop and rock and jazz, and pop rock and progressive and alternative and indie and, you know, folk, choral music, you know, hip hop, alternative hip hop, R&B, all these different things. List goes on and on. And I've had the privilege of working with really, really great people in all of these different genres and learning from them, as well as bringing my own 2 cents to the table. So one thing that I want to be able to talk about in these videos is just that whole experience, just the whole thing that musicians go through, the things that we experience on a daily basis, and also the amount of fun that goes into what we do, right? Because I say there's a huge price because we're always exhausted and it's incredibly demanding, right? Like what we do, it just requires a lot, right? A lot of dedication, time, and sacrifice. So that's the cost that we pay to be able to do what we love on a daily basis. So I hope you guys are excited for this. Today is a very special day, in fact, because I got a show coming up April 29th for Vive Latino Film Fest. I was invited to do an opening performance for this Latin Film Festival. They're going to be featuring a film for the first time. It's going to be a live premiere from, I believe it's from Nicaragua, the film is from. So it's a foreign film. They're going to have subtitles. They're going to have empanadas there. They're going to have refreshments. They're going to have us. I, you know, called up a couple of good friends that are, you know, were interested in it, and that we're going to meet up today to rehearse. So I'm going to be videotaping a lot of that, or recording that. Videotaping, we don't tape anymore. I'm getting old. But we're going to be recording all of that, and I'm going to introduce you to them. You're going to get to see a couple of the stuff we do there and everything, and pretty much just behind the scenes, BTS. Can I say BTS? I don't know if I can say BTS. Behind the scenes, I'm going to stick with that. But stay tuned, guys. This is going to be exciting. All right, so I got to get going because we got to make it on time for the rehearsal and get set up and everything. So I will catch you guys at the rehearsal. Hey everybody, so we actually just finished the first half of our rehearsal right now. Sorry I didn't actually catch up when we actually got here. But this is our rehearsal room. So this is us. Drum set, this is where our drummer goes. We've got, oh man, this is hard to actually direct with the mirror here. We got drum set back there. We got our trumpet player that goes here. Oh, that's George right there. He's our bass player.
Howdy, partner.
How's it going? George is our bass player, and then we also got the keys over here. For this particular event, I'm playing keyboard and singing at the same time. Not something I do very often, but it is something that I do should the occasion arise and should it be necessary. Really, really fun so far. It's actually sounding really good. All talented people I get to work with, so it's a lot of fun. George, you want to say hi?
Hello.
Look at this guy. This is
I
a super cool guy.
am Iron Man.
Oh gosh. So that's his Black Sabbath moment.
Yeah.
But pretty much like George, I've known George since what, 2018? Yeah, so known him since 2018, and it was actually a funny story how we met, which is what I'll get into later. I'll tell you guys that in a bit. But this is RJ Molina over here, one half of Tonics Bros.
Dímelo!
Really cool guy. He's our drummer. He's our rhythm and percussion specialist. Super
Rhythm.
cool guy.
Rhythm and rhyme. Oh, it's muted.
Yeah, he's super cool guy. Tonics Bros, really great guys. They're two brothers. Oh my gosh, man. There's this is the thing with musicians. You're always gonna have stuff like that. There it is.
Hey-o.
It's a day.
No, that's not what I was doing.
Hey-o.
Hey-o.
So yeah, so we're actually just in this rehearsal. Really cool stuff. This is George's bass over here. It's super nice. That's George making notes. He's such a classical musician. I love it, making notes in the middle of a rehearsal. That's actually a huge thing in classical music, is that we make notes all over our music. So our music at the end of the day ends up looking like, manuscript, like just scribbles all over it, right? So George is definitely one of those guys who just loves to scribble all over his page notes.
I'm a note taker.
In other words, he pretends like he's paying attention during rehearsal, and he's just drawing pictures.
No, actually, you can't.
Let's-
No, you
let's
can't look
actually-
at my notes. No. I have a system. It's secret. Otherwise,
Oh my gosh.
I can't give away all my techniques on first date. I have to keep some of the goodies. What's up? Did you say something?
Pause. And finally, our trumpet player has arrived from break time. We're gonna say hi. This is Finn.
Hi.
Super talented dude. Where is there? Wait, I gotta find the mirror here. I'm trying to point. Wow, this is not working. Oh, there we go. That's Finn. Yeah. How's it going, buddy?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Good. So, Finn, we're actually going around. Finn's a very talented trumpet player that I met. We met in a very funny way because he pulled through for me in a 24-hour notice, 48-hour notice for a gig. And he killed it, and he still kills it and continues to kill it. Finn, what got you into music?
I guess my brother, because he played trumpet. He's 8 years older than me,
Wow.
and he played trumpet. So I grew up in the house with trumpet. So I started
Damn.
playing trumpet, and then the rest is history.
That's crazy. What's your brother's name? Is it Miles Davis?
It's Connor Lane.
Oh, wow. That's like Miles Davis, right? It's like similar?
It's close enough.
Like a translation from another language, right?
Add some letters, take them away.
Yeah, like I can
Such a
s-
sweet, genuine answer. I beat him up for asking me such a stupid, unoriginal question. That was
You know
such a
what?
sweet
Like
answer.
honestly, like you can see the change in personalities, right? This guy right here is like a rocker / classical musician, so his ego is through the roof, right? And then you got this jazz musician here, right? Who's just,
Humble.
because you just said that, it's no longer it's no longer a good term for you.
I get it. Paint me as the villain. Okay, whatever. I was born in the darkness, Batman.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we're gonna get back to rehearsal. I'll give you guys an update on everything. See you soon. Hey guys. All right. So I'm back, and what happened was that we had the great rehearsal. I'll pretty much give you a recap of what happened from then until now. It's now nighttime, very late. And what ended up happening was we finished our rehearsal. Everything went extremely, extremely well. I'm sorry the lighting is so bad. I have a bit of a Batman mask here with this lighting, but I was gonna say I'm Batman, but that's really cliche. So what ended up happening was everything went really, really well. We ran through all of our music. Everybody is super talented. Finn, George, RJ, super awesome guys. I'm so happy that I get the chance to be able to work with such incredibly talented and just such, good people all around, It's one thing to be talented, but it's another thing to be a good person, right? And as one of my very, very first voice teachers used to always say, he said, your talent will get you hired on the first job. What gets you called back is your attitude and your personality, what you're like to work with. So I love calling these guys back because they're incredible people to work with. So I'm always happy. I like to treat people the way that I like to be treated. All right. So if I want to be treated with respect, I treat people with respect. I want to be fed, I feed people. So that's just how I do things, right? That's just how I go. So yeah, we did that. We were able to get like a whole bunch of stuff done. Then I had to get some work done at home. And then now I'm actually just leaving right now the Four Seasons Center for the oh gosh, that's a long word. It's been a long day. Four Seasons Center for the Performing Arts, right? That's gonna be one of my new vocal warm-ups.
Four Seasons Center for the Performing Arts. So yeah, just leaving right now at night for the opening premiere production of La Traviata by Verdi. I'm a huge opera lover. If you're an opera lover, definitely stay tuned because I'm going to do a lot of opera talking. But today was the opening production of it. Incredible, lots of hard work that goes on behind the scenes for an opera production. You have absolutely no idea how many months of preparation go behind that. That is something that I'm also going to be talking about, a lot of the kind of stuff that I'm going to be showing behind the scenes, BTS, behind the scenes, right? That I'm going to be showing, and it's going to be a lot of fun. But today was exceptional, really, really crazy cool stuff, and just, I mean, the cast was phenomenal. The cast did phenomenal. Such an incredible moment. I'm a tenor myself as a classical singer, so I am very, very critical when I hear other tenors. I'm like, man, I'm going to be listening to this, I'm going to be listening to that. And I mean, I've heard all these operas hundreds and hundreds of times over, so I'm incredibly happy with how this was. It was just such an incredible experience, and it's La Traviata. If you've never seen La Traviata, I definitely encourage you guys to check it out. Four Seasons Center for the Performing Arts, they're playing, I think, all through May. It's gonna be a live production that's gonna be going on, so definitely check that out. There was actually, you know what, one thing that I actually want to highlight in the middle of the production tonight, there was a medical emergency in the middle of it. Something actually happened. I'm not too sure exactly what it was, but something happened with one of the patrons, and I gotta say, it was so incredible to see how people that have never met each other, that do not know a thing about each other, all came together in that moment to help that one person, that one stranger. Everybody came together to just make sure that that person was comfortable, that person was okay. They, people went out of their way to say, somebody needs medical attention, please. The ushers showed up and everything and managed to actually help that person out, get out of there. And, they actually stopped the production. The production was stopped. And even the singers on stage stopped and actually said, on this ring, they were actually yelling from the stage. They're like, guys, there's somebody up there that needs help. And, everybody up there was just yelling, yeah, we need help, we need help. Is there a doctor? It was like, I think 3 or 4 people that are actually doctors that stood up in the middle of it and said, I'm a doctor, I can help. And, a whole bunch of people were ready to jump in and help. And I just got to say, it was such a beautiful moment to see, because mental health is a huge struggle these days. And, just overall health is a big struggle for a lot of people these days. And understandably, we've had a tough couple of years. But tonight was a good example, excellent example that there's good people, that once we come together and we work together, we can all really, really just make a difference, right? So it was such a beautiful thing to see. Like I was kind of speechless for words when I saw that. I was like, wow, this is incredible, right? It often, more than often than not, seems like everybody's caught up in their own little world. Everybody's so caught up in their own life, in their own head and stuff like that. But this was a moment where everybody came together and there was a common goal for the greater good, I guess you can say, right? Which was incredible. So I want to leave that off with this episode, that it was just such a beautiful way to end it off. And there's good people out there, great hearts, big hearts. Don't you dare take advantage of them. Be the best version of yourself. That's what I can say, right? With great power. I'm not going to say the rest because I don't want to get copyrighted, but at the same time, it's also so true, It is so true. So I hope you're all doing well. Hope you guys really enjoyed this first video. I know it was a little bit choppy, with kind of jumps throughout the day, but I'm going to try my best to actually get a little bit more, I guess you can say chronological order and going throughout the day, a little bit more details and stuff like that. But like I said, I'm getting better at this, guys. So if you guys like it, if you guys are enjoying it, let me know in the comments down below. Oh, I got to say that now. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below. I'm going to leave some links in the description. I love that. Smash that like and subscribe button, like all those YouTubers say. But funny thing is, guys, I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. More than anything, honestly, guys, I'm doing this because I enjoy, just talking about this stuff. So if you guys enjoy this, if it's one person that enjoys watching this, if it's 10 people, if it's 20 people, whatever it is, whatever the amount of people that enjoy watching this is for you, right? I look at it the same way that I look at performing. When I perform, when I make music, I don't care if it's just for one person or 100 people, right? Whoever it is, if in a group of 10,000 people there was one person that enjoyed it and liked it and took something from it, it was worth it. Because at the end of the day, I was able to cater to what that person needed. So stay tuned, guys. Lots of cool stuff coming up. And stay well. God bless. Love you.